Yeah, hi Prashant, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, let's wait for a few more minutes and that everyone
Yeah,
joins. Yeah,
yeah, sure.
yeah. Hi Srini, good morning. Hi Ravi, good morning.
Hi, Errol. Good morning.
Let's wait for 2-3 minutes and let's quickly start the session. Okay, let people join. Do you have any doubts, Prashant, Srini, Ravi, so far in our previous classes? So that we will start that first and then we will jump into the classes. Yeah, thank you, Srini.
Yeah, no, it's clear. Yeah.
Thank you, Ravi.
No, we'll do more practice today and tomorrow. It's anyway holiday, right? So
Yeah,
if,
yeah, sure, Prashant. Yeah.
if
Spend
we
some
have
time
any,
to revisit the
yeah,
notebooks, like whatever we have done
yeah,
so far. Yeah. In today's class, if we complete this thing also, like sets and dictionaries, then you can try writing some programs and try to see there are some assignment section at the bottom of each and every sheet, right? I'm sharing this thing. So yeah, this one. So today we will talk about this for loop and the set and dictionaries. And after that, you on on the previous notebook, like 1, 2, and 3 class notebook was there, right? So along with that, like in class 4 and 5 also, if you come to the bottom, we have some assignments. Okay, so you can try it out. Like, it's not necessary for you to submit these assignments, but this will make sure to revise yourself on the concepts and understanding, like whatever we have got in the class. Okay, so it is like very, very simple assignments only. And along with that, like if you want to try out more things, just play around with this Google Colab itself. Okay, so that you will get more familiarity with Google Colab. Along with that, what I expect you all to do is try to open an account in this website. Just register in this cloud.ai. Okay, this is also kind of chat GPT only. Cloud.ai, chat GPT. Why I'm asking you is like when we enter into this AI class, right? So by that time, we will be using these two tools mostly, like Claude and ChatGPT. Yeah, and then there is something called Google AI Studio. Possible better signing on these three tools. Okay, just click on this tryout here. It will come here. Okay, so this one, I'm pinging you in the chat. I will send these links in WhatsApp as well. Okay. Just try to create accounts on these three. So that you can also go through like what's happening with this. Like you can ask like whatever information you want from here. Okay, so for today's Nikhil's class, I have prepared this notes and all from using ChatGPT. Okay. So now it's Super. Yeah, hi Subir. Hi Bhaskar. So this one ChatGPT and we have this Claude AI, right? So try to create your own profile out of these accounts so that in our AI classes, we will dig deeper more on these three tools first, and then we will jump into other steps like this. So yeah, just wanted to make you familiarize before we start, like, so that you will get some familiarization on how to use these tools, Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT. Okay. So for this part only. So this will be on day 8 only. Anyway, we have still have some today this class and then on to yeah, 3 classes are away from this. Okay, so that you will get some familiarity. You can just go through ChatGPT. You might have already do something on ChatGPT, right? So you might have used ChatGPT previously. Same way you can try out Gemini and Claude. Okay, so that when we start with AI, by that time it will be easier for you to get familiarized yourself on the start. Okay, so for that purpose only, I'm requesting you to do this. Okay, that's this thing I want to start with. And yeah, in today's class, we will talk about yesterday we have seen about list and we have covered this list methods, right? Like these and all are the list methods. Like we see how to create a list and how to call a list, like using indexes and how to do slicing on the list and how to modify a list. And we saw about common list operations like this kind of length function, check the item is existing or not, relationship check, and concatenating the list, right? So after that, we saw about a lot of list functions, like some 10 list methods we saw. Apart from that, there are a few more list methods also that you can browse and research about yourself, and you can try those as well because a lot of list methods are. Okay. So if you want to know the complete list method, you just need to simply put your list name dot. After that, it will simply show all the functions. Okay, but mostly we use these 10 functions only at our programming related needs. Okay, so by that time we will be using these 10 lists only, mostly 10 methods only. Okay, so up to this point, any doubts so that we can jump into class 5. Okay, let me take this silence as yes, and I'm jumping to class 5. Like after this class 5 stuff, yeah, in tomorrow session, sorry, not tomorrow, right? We have decided not to have a session. So on Monday session, we will be again getting all the doubts from you, and then again we will start from there. Okay. So in today's class, we will start about for loops. We have already seen about while loop on class 3, right? So that while loop, what it is doing, it is simply executing a block, executing a statement unless that condition is met, right? Same way we have for loops. Okay, so for loop is to mainly iterate over a sequence. Okay, so there we have a condition to break it. Here mostly we will be having a iteration. So means that suppose in case we have a list like this. Okay, so I want to print each and every individual item from this list. Okay, so for that particular purpose and all, we will be using this for loop. Okay, so it is to iterate over a sequence. Okay, so anyway, we will be seeing this dictionary set, all these things after this. But before that, like now we have an understanding and list, right? So with that list understanding alone, we can able to understand this for loop. Okay. So in for loop, what we will do, it will simply iterate this within this list. So for every fruit, so this is a new variable. Okay. So every fruit in this fruits means that if you are mentioning like this, so what it will do, for will simply iterate it over there. Means that it will go to the first position, 0th position, and then it will execute this. It will go to the first position, it will execute this. It will go to the second position, it will execute this. If there is no third position, then simply it will just terminate that loop and it is coming out of it. Okay. So for that particular purpose and all, you can use for loops. Same way we have something called range function. Okay. So if you use this range function, so the starting position will be 1. And if you are giving 6, range will take like the ending position will be 5. Okay, so the range is, this is called as range function. Okay, range is also one function in type. So this like how we have these methods, right? Same way we have functions also. That functions we will be seeing in the next class. So in that there is a function called the range. We used to print, ln, all these things, right? So those and all are functions only. Okay, so out of likewise, we have something called range function. So the range is nothing but if you want to generate a range of characters, a range of numbers, you can use this range function. It will simply put a sequence of numbers in a list. Okay, so if you are mentioning like this, so this indicates that for I in a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, likewise. So it will not consider this n minus 1 like this. Okay. So out of that range, that is like a number range. So out of that number range, it simply goes to every element and it is printing like this. Okay. So if you see here, this is a list. Okay. So in this list, we know, right? List is a collection of items of different data types as like it didn't mean that like we need to give only strings, we need to give only numbers, right? So we can give anything we want inside a list. So every single item can be accessed by the list using its direct index. Right? We saw that in the indexing. So instead of accessing one by one, right? So if you see this in this example, what we did, we just accessed this mixed list one by one. Right? Correct? So instead of accessing this mixed list one by one, if I am iterating this particular position, right? So that way we can directly access this entire list, right? So for that kind of purposes, we will be using this for loop to iterate it. Okay, getting it or I am confusing this?
Clear, but I will print some of them and then see.
Yeah, sure. I will be taking this example. Okay, I will be simply taking out this mixed list alone. I'm just taking this part and I am coming here. Okay. So here I'm putting one more. But okay, I'm just putting this. See, the mixed length is, sorry, the mixed list is this one. Okay, so I will print this mixed list.
No, this one we are clear. I'm just asking with for
Yeah,
loop.
yeah. For loop only we are going to use it on top of this list. Okay. So
Okay.
every single item, right? So this one I need to get. So for that, previously to access this every single item, what we did, we were simply using this indexes to access it. Okay, but I want to print it in a sequential way. What I will do is I will use a for loop like this. For okay, item in mixed list. Okay, if I do like this, what it will do, this for loop will check this mixed list first. So in this mixed list, for every item, it will be assigned in this value. Okay, first. And means that on the first occurrence, means that this 0th position, if I come here, this item value will be 0. Sorry, 1. Okay. After that, it will print 1 for me. And then again, the second position, it will be hello, right? So it will become hello. And it will print hello for me. Okay. You can do like this. Okay. Also, I can put a variable like this. Is equal to 0. Is equal to L plus 1. I'm incrementing this I. Okay, just to make sure that I just wanted to print the okay, item 0 in the list, item 1 in the list, item 2 in the list, like this. Okay, so what I am doing is I am just going through this list first. This list I feed it in my for loop. Okay, so in this loop I am iterating each and every individual item. Okay, so this is called as iteration. Iteration means nothing but you are traversing through this list. You are traveling through this list from 0th position to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like this. So previously what we were doing to get this particular items, we were simply printing it. See, I want to print the individual elements, right? So for that we were indexing it, right? So instead of indexing, what I am doing is I am simply iterating this list using this iterator. This is called as an iterator. So this iterator is like having the this iterator will always have the changing values. Okay, means that it will travel through this list and pick up whatever index is there. It will go in a sequential. Okay, it will increment one by one automatically. So by that time, this value I am printing here. Along with that, I just want to say the position. Okay, for that position only, I'm giving I is equal to 0. That is I is equal to I plus 1, like this. So that this value will be incremented. Put it down here. Okay, likewise. So what happens was, see, previously it was printing me this block. This block it is printing here. Okay, but for loop, see, I need the item to be printed like this. Item 0 in the list is 1, item 1 in the list is hello, item 2 in the list is 3.14, item 3 in this list is true, likewise, right? So likewise, you can iterate through a list and go to each and individual item and you can print it. Not only printing it, suppose in case if I need to do some operations specifically on every item. Okay, that also you can do. Right? Getting it right?
Yes, Arul. Arul, one question. Like
Yeah.
here we are, yeah, first example here we are giving the some in like printing every value, like giving the indexes, right?
Yes,
So
correct.
while writing this for loop, like in an iteration, so
Yeah.
internally it will create the indexing or it will start positioning.
It will create the indexing and it will travel actually. So now this list
Okay.
is dynamic, right? So it will automatically, even if you add something also, what it will do, it will automatically index it in this particular statement itself, behind the scene. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
After
Got it.
that, it will simply go to each and every item.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Abhishek. Please try out all this example, whatever we are discussing here. Otherwise, surely we will forget like this kind of things. Suppose if I don't touch Python for another 1 week, I am just telling about my case. Okay. So if I don't touch Python for another 1 week, okay, after that, if I come and if I need to code something newly from the scratch, that time surely everything I will forget. That is the beauty of Python. That's not with other programming languages. At least other programming languages, we will have something in our mind. But Python, we have the tendency to forget. That's what it does to us. Okay. So please go through each and every cell, every code cell out of these notebooks and try out whenever you get some free time. At least like so that it will be embedded to your memory when you are trying this. Otherwise, there is one more approach called paper programming. Okay, paper programming is nothing but like just take out a pen and paper and try to write whatever you are seeing in the class or whatever you are trying out. Okay, so when you are doing paper coding, means that when you are writing code in plain paper with your hand, there is a higher chance for you to have this remembered at any cost of time. Okay, so that is also an approach to learn a programming. So most probably if you do paper programming, that is more than enough. And along with that, you can try out those programs, whatever you are writing in paper, right? So that also you can try it out so that it will be easier for you to remember it all the time. Also, if you are having that in your notebook itself separately, whenever you get some time, just please go through it so that you will have some idea. So my request is like, instead of having this notebook alone with you, what you can do is you can start writing notes with this notebook whenever you are studying. Okay. So at some point of time, you will be having a complete handwritten notes. So that handwritten notes will be easier for you to go through. Okay. Instead of opening this Google Colab and seeing all these things, right? If you are having a handwritten notes backup, so that will be very, very helpful for you. I keep on insisting this to make you do all this stuff just because like this will be helpful for you. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Right. So you can use for loop and you can use while loop also. Likewise, while we already saw, right? So while is to satisfy the condition until unless this number is greater than 0, this will be counting off. Okay. If the number is becoming 0, then automatically this loop will come out. So this is how while loop works. This one we saw previously, right? Same way, for loop is to increment and you can iterate it. Okay, so this range will also create a list like this. If you are putting range of 1, 11, what happens was it will create a number list like 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like this. So that numbers, they are trying to do an internal operations here. So it's like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. Okay, so when you are adding all these numbers, it will become like this. Okay, so for that particular purpose, this is just to simply count numbers from 1 to 10. Sorry, just to add the numbers from 1 to 10. Like, okay, the same way, like you need to intern the code also. Like you need to put some 3, 4 positions in. So always, it's always better for us to have this code starts at 4th position so that this for loop will understand up to this point I need to loop. And if I start something in the first position again, that point this loop will be terminated. Right? The same way we did for if, else, you remember? Conditional operators in the second class we saw, right? Second class or third class. So that time where we saw this, yeah, second class, no, comparison logical. This one, conditional statements in the third class, some 2 days back, right? So yeah, that class we saw about the starting position, right? So if you are having a statement and if it needs to be continued, then you need to intend this position. Okay, at least one space is needed, so that this will understand that, okay, the continuation is on the next line. So if you start it at the first line, then this will think like, okay, I am going to end this. See, suppose in case after this, if I am printing the number, it will loop. Okay, because here I am not starting it in the first position, right? So what happens here? See, sum is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15. Okay, likewise it is loop. Okay, and here once it is done with this, sum is 55. After that only it will break out and it will come here. How it is identifying? Because you are starting this at the first position. When you start a statement at the first position, that loop will be terminated. The same applies to pi, the same applies to while loop, the same applies to for loop. If conditions, wherever you see. So when you intend the block of code inside that condition or a loop, then only it will consider that entire stuff as a single statement. Okay, so this entire stuff will be a single statement in Python, like this. So indentation matters in Python. Always be careful when you are doing coding. By that time, you need to intend it properly. So you only need to decide which one needs to go inside a loop and which one needs to be printed outside. Okay, I can tell like this so that it will be more understandable. Inside loop. Okay, so this print is in outside loop. Okay, see, this and all are inside loop, right? And this alone is an outside loop. Means that this statement will not be executed in a looping basis because we didn't intend this code. This code is in first position. Okay, if I want to print it in the loop, I just need to put a space. I need to align this code like this. In the position where it is starting exactly. So that only it will understand. If I again put it in the first position, it won't print inside the loop like this. Okay. And there might be some cases you don't want to execute the complete loop, right? You don't want to execute the complete loop in the sense there might be some cases it might fall under your category or in a condition. Okay. So that time what you can do is you can use this break statement. Okay. Suppose if I want to go from range of 1 to 10. Okay. So that time I want to break this loop at 5th position. Okay, what I can do is I can supply a break statement with a condition so that whenever that condition meets, it will break. We take for an example. Suppose where is our fruits example? Yeah, this mixed list is there, right? Yeah, let me play. Let's play this mixed list. See here, we are printing items here, right? So whenever I see a word, whenever I see this item as true or 3.14, okay, I need to break this like this. So what I can do, I can simply put like this. If, okay, so now my current list value is item. Okay, if this item is equal to 3.14. By that time, what I can do, print found 3.14 and break it. Okay. So in this case, it will not even execute from the third position. Okay, I will just simply, I need to simply get only these two. Okay, I can iterate through a list, and whenever I am finding an item, I don't even care about the remaining items in my list, right? So that also can be possible. You can terminate a loop in between. Okay, for that, what you will do, you will be using this break. See now, first it went to 1, and second it went to hello, and third it went to 3.14. So now it is saying that found 3.14, that is inside this if condition. It will simply break the loop. So when you do break, automatically it will come out of this for condition. Right? I'm out of loop. Okay, so this is out of loop. So if I do like this, what happens? See, after it founds 3.14, it won't even execute anything after that inside this for condition. So this complete statement is getting break. So if you want to break a statement, you will be using this break. Okay. So this is what we are calling it as breaking out of the loops. Okay. So you want to exit the loop earlier than its complete run. Okay. So this is not at all completed. But even though if you are having a condition to break it, you can break it. Right? And you can use this break to break the infinite loops also. You remember like in our while loop, what we did, we just simply satisfied a condition. Suppose I am putting I is equal to 0 and while I is greater than 0, this will be always true. Okay. I am printing I alone. And then if I am not looping it, if I am not breaking it, what happens? This will fall in the infinite loop, right? So what it will do, it will simply put 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, all the cases. See? Sorry, I greater than I mentioned, right? I is equal to, okay? Is equal to, is equal to. So now only it is equal to 0. I greater than 0 means 0 greater than 0 will be always false. So that's why it is not executed. Right? See, it starts printing 0, 0, 0, 0 like this, and it keeps on executing. Why? Because I am not breaking it, right? So for these kind of situations, restart my run. Okay, so now suppose I'm just incrementing I is equal to I plus 1. I'm just simply greater than or equal to 0. Okay, this case also what happens? It will simply execute this like, see, the numbers will simply keep on incrementing, right? Until unless I stop it forcefully. So now I stopped it forcefully. That's why the loop got stopped, and it is showing that I did a keyboard interrupt here. And you can see a keyboard interrupt because I just terminated this execution. By that time, you will be getting an error like this, keyboard interrupt like this. Otherwise, it keeps on executing, right? So at some point of time, I need to break it. I want to print only 2000. That's fine. Yeah, here. So here again, suppose in case if I am checking a condition like this, I just want to print only up to 10. Okay. Then I can do a break like this. If I do a break, it will simply break this while loop. Now, previously this while loop was infinite. Okay. So here I am putting a condition to break it. It's like a kind of an uncontrollable car it was running. You can think it of like this. When you are having an infinite loop, it's like a kind of an uncontrollable car. It might blast the CPU, right? It might overload the resources. It might overload the computational memory. So to break it, you need to apply a condition here. It's like you are doing a hard braking in your car. Okay. So now if I am executing, it will simply print up to 10 and it will simply break it. See, It's not executing, right? So the execution is complete. So the execution will be going up to this 10 and it will, right? So this is how you can break out of the loop. Okay. And up to this point, any doubts? This is all about for loops only. Next we will cover about set methods.
Maybe I will ask later. I have some doubts on these punching marks. Like if you see for I in range, you are giving colon.
Yes, correct, Sudhir.
What
Yeah.
what case we need to give colon and which cases for break or print we don't have that. But
No,
punching.
yeah, correct. Because like this is the condition, right? When you are starting a condition like this or a keyword like if and for and while, right? And else if. So those kind of things and all you need to give a call. Okay.
All
Break is just a statement. You are just simply writing. Okay. It's like a kind of print only you can assume. Okay. It's like a kind of a function break. Okay. So you are just trying to apply break. So here you don't need a call like this.
Okay. Even indentation also will be based on this colon. I mean, whenever we have.
Whenever you are having a colon, right, you need to have an indentation after the next line.
Okay.
Then only that will be considered as a complete statement.
Okay, fine. So this syntax
Take
only
it.
made doubt.
Yeah, right, Sudhir. Yeah. Getting it right, Sudhir? Or
Yes, I'm clear now.
okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
So up to this point, we have covered of for loops and we will jump into set methods. Okay. So set is nothing but it's also similar to list. Okay. We already saw what is a list, right? It is also similar to list, but the only biggest advantage of set is it will not store the duplicates. Even if you forcefully put a duplicate also, it will remove the duplicate. Okay. That's the beauty of set. In list, we have represented the list with the square brackets. Remember, like here we have this, yeah, this list is there, right? Our mixed list. So this mixed list is represented with square bracket. Okay. Same way, if you want to put a set, that set will be in set bracket. That bracket name itself is set bracket, right? Our shift plus 9. No. Where is that bracket? Yeah, near to that P button. Shift plus P. Near to that P button, we have a bracket, right? Square bracket and set bracket. So in that square brackets, we use it for list and set bracket we use for set. Okay, this bracket itself is known as set bracket only. That's why they are using it for set. Okay.
No keyword. Keyword will be there. If it is under in that bracket, then it is set by default.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So if under that bracket, so this will be automatically set. You can check it all the time by using type of function. These are type of function, right? Type of fruits. Okay. So let's see what is the type of fruit. So the type of fruit is set. Right? Suppose if I put the same fruits list equal to, if I put the same thing in square bracket. Banana, mango. Okay. So this fruits list is list. See, this is list. Right? Oh, my confusion. Because we are using square bracket here. This is set. Okay. See, fruit set is of class list, class set, and fruits list is of list. So this fruit set is nothing but we are just checking its type. Okay. So it is checking is type means like we put only the set bracket. Okay, so when you put a set bracket, this will become set. If you put a square bracket, this will become a list. Okay, the key difference between a list and a set is, okay, this set will not allow the duplicates. Okay, in list you can put another apple here, comma apple. Okay, I'm just printing only the fruits list. Here I'm putting only the fruits set. Here also I am duplicating this value. Here 2 times apple is coming, right? So here also if I am putting apple. Okay. So here I am trying to forcefully insert a duplicate, but here there will be no duplicate. That why this print is having some issues. What I did. Print. Perhaps you forgot a comma. Yes, correct. I forgot a
Yes.
comma. That's what it is asking. See, you forget a command.
Oh,
I forget a comma here, right? So most probably try to read this errors. Okay, that alone will guide you mostly so that you will try to understand what it is. Okay, I didn't put a comma in between this double quotes and fruits previously. That's why it was throwing in it. See, now here I forcefully added apple. Okay, but even though if I add apple, that's a duplicate. This set will return only the unique elements. This will always store the unique elements. Even if you put duplicates also, it don't care. It will simply throw out the duplicate. It will simply take out the last occurrence. Also, it will simply sort it based on whatever it wants. See, CBA it sorted. Cherry, banana, and apple. Likewise, it got sorted. Okay. Also, here you can see this fruits list. Okay. So this list will always allow the duplicates. Like there itself in our mixed list also we have put the same thing, right? Hello, hello, 3.14, 3.14, false, false, or true, true, right? So the thing is like, even if you put duplicate also, this list won't care about it. But if you put a duplicate in set, it will simply remove the duplicate. Okay, I put apple 2 times. So what it is, it simply remove that apple. It simply kept only one apple. Likewise. So set is to retain unique values. Okay. But list is to retain duplicate values. Likewise, you can remember. Okay, you can use either list or set based on your requirement. Okay, and then like you can, there also we saw a lot of methods, right? Up and insert, remove, right? Same way in set we have a method called add. This add will automatically add this element into the set. Okay. See, here it is inserting cherry, banana, orange, and apple. Right? If you want to add, you can directly add. Here there is no such kind of positional add. Okay, because set will automatically arrange these elements. Okay, the same way you have something called update. You can simply change this set with an updated list. If you use this update function, for adding it will for adding a single element, you will be using add. Okay, if you want to update multiple elements into a set, that can be is also possible. That is called as update. Okay, so this more fruits is having multiple elements. So you can add a complete list also inside a set. But if that list is containing duplicates, this set will automatically remove the duplicates. Okay, this is how you can do an update here. The same way you can do a remove, like in list also we have a remove, right? We have a remove in list, right? Same way you can remove an element, like using this remove method. If you remove something, it will simply remove that particular item from this set. Okay. Also, there is something called discard. Okay. Discard means like if you do a remove that is not present in this list. Take for an example. There is no mango here, right? So if I try to remove mango, what happens? It will simply throw an error. See, mango is not there, right? The same way, instead of that, if I put a discard, okay, there is one more method called discard. That's what we are seeing right now. So if I put a discard, it won't throw an error. Why? Because discard will first check this set. And if that particular item is not present, it won't care about it. It will simply, if it is present, then only it will remove. Suppose in case if I am removing apple, apple is already there. So that will be removed, right? But if I put mango, mango is not at all here, right? It won't throw an error. Okay, likewise one. So here, instead of discard, you can use remove. If you use remove, this will throw an error because mango is not there. If you use discard, it won't throw an error. Even though if mango is not there, it won't remove anything. It will simply go to the next statement. If it is there, then it will remove. Otherwise, it won't remove. That's why we use this discard function. Getting it right? And then the same pop method, pop we have used here also, right? What it will do, it will simply remove the random element because sets are unordered. Okay, means that in pop of in list, what it does, pop removes the last element. See, if you specify an index, it will remove a particular element. Like we see, take for an example, if I put like pop of 1, if I put like this, it will remove the index of 1 likewise. So that kind of control you have it over the list. Okay, see, it just took out banana here. Now again, if I print fruit, it will be showing only apple. See, like this. So the thing is like pop will always took out a specific element in an index. So that is possible with pop. Okay, so this is on the list. But on set is unordered, right? So it will remove something randomly, whatever comes to its mind. Okay, that's how pop works. Okay, so people don't usually use pop out of set. Okay, they will simply use remove method or a discard method. They mostly don't use pop because it will simply remove a random element from this set. So that's why pop, that's how pop works actually. Also the same clear method. Clear method will simply empty the set. Okay. And for set alone, we have something called this mathematical operations. Okay. There you are having combining two sets, right? Here we have something called this union, intersection, difference. So these kind of things and all are like mathematical operations on set. So if you do a union, what it do, it simply combines both the set. And in this case, like here we have a duplicate of banana, right? It will simply remove one banana and it will become like banana, apple, cherry, like this. See, cherry, banana, apple, right? Because banana is 2 times, but even though set is, if you combine both the sets using this union keyword, what it will do, it will try to combine both the sets and it will remove the duplicates from it. Okay, so this is how union works. And there is something called intersection. Intersection will check the common elements between these two sets. Means that it will simply pick the duplicates alone and make a set likewise. So it is trying to do A intersection B. This is A union B. This is like A intersection B. You can do an intersection also between sets. So one set will contain one set of elements, and another set will contain another set of elements. Okay, there is banana and cherry are common here. So if you do an intersection here, that will return only the common elements between these two sets. Okay, and there is a method called difference. Okay, so
One
this,
question.
yeah, Sudhir, yeah,
Set
please.
also can be a mixed data types.
Set also can be, yeah, you can do that.
Mixed data. Okay.
Right. It's allowing, right? This one is an integer, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Comma one, it will do the intersection of cherry banana one, likewise. See, these three are common elements here. So it is to store multiple data types only, but without duplicates. That is the main difference. Along with that, it will allow you to do this union, intersection, difference, these kind of methods.
So we cannot perform this on list intersection.
Yes, correct. Intersection, union and all, it's not allowable on list. Okay, mostly people play with sets when they are using numeric data types because it's more like a mathematics stuff, right?
Yeah.
So this is difference. Okay, so if A is containing something which is not present in B, okay, A minus B is there, right? So that difference will be there. So here banana cherry is there, banana cherry is already there. So this will come in intersection, but this apple alone needs to be returned, right? So for that case, we will be using this difference method. Okay, union, intersection and difference, right? You are able to get it, right? And then there is another method called subset. Is subset and is superset. Is subset is nothing but whether this particular thing is present in this list or not. This complete list is present in this big list or what. Okay, so that kind of checking is also possible in list. This is called subset, and there is something called superset also. Okay, subset means you are comparing A is present in B, likewise. Also superset means if A is the superset, means that A is containing all the elements and B elements are present in A or what? B is containing in A. So that's how we have this superset and subset. This superset and subset will always return true or false because you are checking the relationship. You are checking this list of this set of elements is present in this particular set or what. Yeah, so that's how we are doing a subset. The same way you have superset as well. So superset is the bigger set. It's like kind of all the elements in a set. So inside this is present or what. So that kind of checking is superset. Okay. And there is something called symmetric difference. Okay. If something is not present in both the sets. Okay. Previously we had an difference, right? So difference will always return set 1. But symmetric difference will always return both the elements which are not present in both the sets. Means that this banana cherry is common between these both the sets, but this apple and orange is not common between both the sets, right? So that difference can be written through this symmetric difference function. Okay, A minus B is different, but this is asymmetric difference of B. Okay, so this is how sets work. Okay, up to this point, any doubts?
No, all good.
Thanks, Subir. I think everyone else is sleeping. Okay. Okay, then we will talk about dictionaries on tomorrow's class. If we have any doubts, we will discuss this. And dictionaries, I am shifting to tomorrow's class.
I have one thing on for and while I'm trying that.
Yeah, sure.
So if I have a list um, with this one, like all same fruits example, only
Okay.
string items or varchars. So can I use while loop to print that one? I'm just trying. Maybe I'm thinking not possible.
Yeah, you can do it, but you need to iterate it on your own. Like,
I've tried this, but I think something wrong with it.
yeah, please share your screen so that let's try to solve. It's always better to use for loop when you're playing with list.
Yeah. I understand, but I'm just trying. Like, if I have mixed thing, right?
While means you need to see, take for an example. You want to access this list. Okay. We have this mixed list, right? Where is this mixed list?
I pinged you in the chat. Like, can you see that?
Take this. Then we can put it at the bottom. Here I'm adding a code here. Last down. Then oops. Okay, then now oops. Okay, let me have this as fruits alone. So now we have this list of fruits, and you are trying to get
Actually,
this
I tried to
length as an
iterate.
integer. Okay, anyway, if you do a length function alone, this will be returned as an integer only. So the
Okay.
length of this list is like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you want to check like this. So okay, let me rechange this code like this. Yes,
Sure.
okay. You are trying this. This is good actually, but you don't need to print like this. Okay. This
No,
is
I added that for my understanding. Actually, the second and third line was not there first.
yeah,
It's
you can directly get the length here because this length alone will return
integer. Okay.
integer only. So what you can do is we know how to access this from just right while see take for example I am putting I is equal to 0. Okay. While I is less than a. Okay. So now you can do print fruits of I and I is equal to I plus 1 like this. Plus. If you do like this, what it will do, it will simply first come here. It will assign this variable to 0 and it will check here. This is 4, right? So the length is 4. So 0 is less than 4. It will try to print that fruits of 0. And then again it will increment like this. See,
Okay.
apple, orange, banana, mango.
Got it. Yeah.
Right. So using while loop also you can print, but you need to access it through its index. In for loop, we are just directly iterating using the item. When we use an item, it will simply iterate this list.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah, I have the next class at 9:30 for that kid. I told, right? I am taking a class for 13-year-old kid as well.
Okay.
So I'm dropping off here. Like, if you have any doubts, please consolidate all these doubts, and you can please ping me in WhatsApp as well. Along with that, like on Monday's class, again we will consolidate all these doubts, and we will start from that.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Sudhir. Yeah. Thanks everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone.